All right, Comics here. Next episode of Comics: Transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Basically, me reacting to a bunch of screen caps on YouTube and DeviantArt that are response comments. That are response comments I made against these deviant lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning: if you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead, click off the video, and go watch something else. Do not lie, say hate speech on my videos because there's no hate speech on videos. It's speech hate. That's a different story. Let's continue on. People getting these wrong. This conversation and me trying to straighten them out with my worst system based biology, and they're going to get ticked off about that. Also, it's good to get vaccinated so you can help stop the spread of germs. Let's continue on here. The live service stuff, Concord. We're having what's called as Concord 3 right now with Marathon. The people say it's not Concord, it lasted longer. Yeah, but still dying. Still the same problem. Trying to give us piddling amount of content for way too much money. Just like Suicide Squad. Doesn't work. Stop doing it. You gotta do the exact opposite of what that Bungie developer said. Don't under-deliver. Over-deliver. Over-deliver. That might be your only chance. Let's continue on here. Concord hate mail part 5. I said a mode. It's going to be a overlap, but it's important to do it so we don't miss anything. I say a mode where you go throughout the galaxy and steal things and take down bosses will be awesome. Eyeglasses, sunglasses emoji. So this is my first time ever hearing him covered. It was during the PlayStation Direct in May this year. And based on the cutscene they showed, I was expecting this to be like Guardians of the Galaxy, but all my interest went away when they said it was a hero shooter. Oh, I got a text. Uh, 3 o'clock. 85th Buster. Okay. Okay. So, yeah. 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, I gotta go meet my mom. Yeah. So, yeah. We'll figure that out. All right. That'll work. But I think that you're able to do this now. So, yeah, we have 30 minutes. Let's go. You know, like Guardians of the Galaxy with all the interest went away when they said it was a hero shooter right after. So and then I say, I quote, where can we go? Where can Concord go from here? And I say, to a single player campaign with online multiplayer to a mode. They need henchmen and bosses to fight. Sunglasses emoji. They never gave us henchmen and bosses to fight, and they died. Bad idea. Someone says, what was the last game that had, I quote, what was the last game that had early access like this? And I say, Suicide Squad, screw early access. And I got thumbs up for that. Angry face emoji. I got thumbs up for that. Then I say, for Concord, they spelled wrong, I don't know. They had some great ideas, but they didn't go do enough. The reveal trailer showed them doing extraction missions. Why can't we do this at the game? And what was that? What was with some of those costumes? The medic didn't look like a medic. The flying rocket launcher looked like she was a scuba diver. Downcast. Oh, sweat emoji. What you got? All right. Some issues with some cash, but we'll deal with that. No problem. No problem. We got stuff that we can survive. We'll handle it. Me. Trying to stay awake on this warm bus. Oh boy. True. Yeah, the heat on because it's colder outside than it looks. Yeah. Tips to jump now. Drop. What? What's wrong with you, weather? Whatever. Going. Let's go. Flying rocket launcher looked like she was a scuba diver. Now cast sweat emoji. Someone timestamp person put out the thing. Says 17 seconds sponsor. 1 minute 57 seconds channel update. 2 minutes 31 seconds. We Bulls postal movie aborts crowdfunder after abysmal funding. 7 minutes 34 seconds. Concord will still appear in Amazon secret levels despite cancellation. It's so sad. 11:58. SAG after signs interim AI agreements with the gaming studios. 33. Ubisoft slump. Started as at loss. X-Defiant Ascento time. 16:29. Space Marine 2 receives praise because it's awesome. Yeah. 18:45. I guess it's when the Angry Show news there. I like that stuff. So good. 1845, Fall CEC series wins 2 Emmys in creative arts ceremony. Okay, whatever. 2238, fouls deadlock gamers, garners cheaters before release. Oh no. And 2604, closing and sponsors. Okay. Let's see here. Ubisoft now finding out what not owning your games means to customers. And R.I.P. James Earl Jones. Yeah. R.I.P. R.I.P. to my grandfather as well. He was like a TV, everybody's grandfather. So yeah. But the cool thing is, they had lived a long life and had a great time. R.I.P. Chuck Norris as well. They lived a long life, had a great time, and are legends now. So that's good. Let's see here. The Russians still to this day claim that pilots of the Tu-411 saw a French plane coming at them and had to take evasive action, which caused the crash. I thumbs up. And so, which is true. And I say, I believe that. And I say, well, evasive maneuvers shouldn't rip the wings off of planes. Frowny face emoji. I got a thumbs up. Evasive maneuvers should not rip the wings off planes. That Concord ski was not designed well. Wrong Concord. The Concord ski was a cheap knockoff of the Concord. The Concord was pretty rough. It was not exactly. It was a pretty fragile, purpose-built thing. So to have a cheap knockoff of it come around and then flop around and die and crash, that's horrible. That's unfortunately an issue that's going to happen. Watch out for that. So that. And someone says, "Here, Cox, it's a passenger supersonic jet, not an F-16. It can't evade a plane within a second without braking." Like, yeah, you can. Yeah. Yes, it can. Good ones can't. You can do that. While you're doing it, you don't slap it together super quick and hope it works. It looks enough like what you want. Without testing it, that's terrible. I say, someone else says on how he made it look and how slim the wings are. It should not have ripped off. So it's a supersonic passenger jet, not a Cessna, which is a small passenger plane, a small plane, propeller plane. And I say, but they were not at supersonic speed when they broke up and crashed. No, they were just flying normally. Yeah. And I say, but they were not at supersonic speed. I actually posted it twice. They broke up and crashed. So it doesn't take a supersonic speed to break apart a big aircraft in the air trying to evade a jet at a steep angle. Yeah, but usually that doesn't happen unless something's wrong with that plane. Let's go. Constantine clip hate mail. If you can't have him in hell, then keeping him in this world is the next worst thing, says someone. That scene where the devil, played by this one crazy dude, creepy dude, one dude who is creepy, who plays a lot of creepy dudes. So he's perfect for playing the devil. Grabbed Constantine's lungs, that were all damaged from smoking, and made it so he couldn't die and go to heaven. So he's like, yeah. So that's what he did. Nope. Someone said the devil has earthly powers. God rules all unless the devil have earthly things. Not really. Devil is trying to do nasty stuff, so that's where it goes. Someone says, actually, there's no devil in Lucifer. Oh, here's a bad one. There is no devil in Lucifer. Because that's just what he wants you to think. In the biblical Hebrew scripture, both do not exist, according to what I was told. Satan, however, is not his real name. It's Malik, or whatever. Maybe not. He's Malcolm, commonly called Malachim, often called angels in Greek. Have no will, according to what I was told. They can only do what the Creator commands. That's not the same thing. They cannot disobey. The New Testament is a false Christian doctrine because of lies I was told. A sham. The Roman Catholic Church has deceived its believers. Nice fantasy movie, however. According to lies I was told. Yep. Well, Christianity is real. So, sorry, it doesn't work. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. Religion is all just fiction, so why even bother arguing? Religion is not all fiction. In fact, there's a lot of stuff that's fact in there. So, you got that wrong. Next. And I say, I quote, there is no devil. That's exactly what he wants you to think. Don't fall for it. Be like Jesus and say, get behind me, Satan. Because, I insulted that stuff with two ways. I quoted, there is no devil. Well, that's exactly what he wants you to think. Don't fall for it. Be like Jesus, who was in the New Testament, and say, get behind me, Satan. Eyeglasses, sunglasses emoji. And then I say to somebody else, control the price hate meal. No way am I buying a controller for $70, let alone $300. I will wait for the knockoffs, like Mad Cats. I got 6 likes for that. Someone said Mad Cats died years ago. Well, this will take their place. Sunglasses emoji. Just bought Vader for Cyclone 2. Unfortunately, I haven't had anyone taking their place. But there's a lot. GameStop did it. Wait a second, 1 second. How much time do I have? Yeah, not much time. Hold on. I'll pause. Hopefully it'll work. All right. Before we end this video, I want to show off a knockoff controller. You have this GameStop controller, all right? I do have a Mad Catz controller, but I have this GameStop one, all right? So there are other companies that are making their own knockoff controllers. This is for Xbox, as you can clearly see. There are other companies making knockoff controllers. Yeah, they cost less because they're using cheaper materials. So you can totally buy a knockoff controller. Still, even if it's not Mad Catz. So yes, thanks for checking me out on YouTube and DeviantArt.